What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at mid Bergkamp. He is one of the 3 new icons come into SBCs today. We have got Bergkamp, we've got Varane, and also we've got Hernandez. 3 relatively decent icons. Varane, not really feeling too much. Bergkamp looks absolutely phenomenal, and for about what, 700k on the PlayStation, 815 on the Xbox. I don't think it's a bad price. Obviously his market price is very similar, but again, like the argument, untradables versus a tradable card, it all depends on what you've got in your club. In terms of the fun fact for today, he is the first and only Dutch player to go into the English Football Player Hall of Fame. Very, very nice there. And another one, just a quick one off the bat, he was afraid of flying, so he did not go to any Champions League games that he could not get there beforehand. Now the question is his SBC worth it? We're going to go through all of that in the end review over FUTBIN, have a look at all the kind of SBCs that you've got to complete, what sort of packs you got to get back, and realistically, how could you grind it? Then we're going to look at that in the end review. The question of the day is, are you completing any of the new SBCs that are currently out? Varane, Bergkamp, or Hernandez. So if we get into the in-games for him, then he is a 4-star, right-footed, 6 foot with a high attacking work rate and a medium defensive. He has also got an average body type. Being 6 foot, it's not a bad, kind of like a bad height, bad build, and honestly the stat wise seems really good. Great finishing on him. I think that was always going to be a given. Dribbling feels very nice, and I don't know if it's the dribbling mixed with kind of like a bit of pace. He seems very quick to turn on the ball. For a 6 foot player, can move that ball like no one, and that's a really nice kind of like trait to have with him. He's very, very good at kind of like keeping the ball away from the defenders. I noticed every single game he was absolutely on form with the ball at his feet, not necessarily running towards it. He does manage to kind of get in front of everybody, but I think it's mainly ball to feet, and just kind of do it with him. Just make anything. Left stick dribble, bit of skill moves. Obviously he's a 4-star, so it's always nice there, and really, really kind of go to town on him with the attack. I personally really liked him as a striker. I think cam would suit him better, but kind of like a high cam. You don't want him coming back. He's got absolutely no defense on him. And I think negative wise, we're looking at stamina, only 79. Isn't amazing, I must admit. I think that is relatively low if you are looking to potentially go 90 minutes of foot champs, 120 minutes of foot champs. He's going to be blowing by the end of it, and I think that for me, for such an expensive card, is a really, really big stat to have. Other than that, head and accuracy, 6 foot player would have been perfect to have a very nice head and accuracy and just kind of like aerial threat with him. But unfortunately, he can score headers just very unoften, really. 58 is quite low, and I think the whole defense really lets him down in that kind of aspect. And then I also have just overall physicality from him. It's not the greatest. It's 73 on its base, 61 aggression, 74 strength. For me, that's why I'm saying the kind of strength and the height of him kind of like overlaps a little bit. He does manage to hold the ball a bit, but not for very long. You definitely need to get the ball out of his feet, keep him moving, and keep him going towards goal. As soon as you can get that right foot on an absolute slap shot, he is going to score, and he does it time and time again. If you've got a player that's kind of like jockeying off him and maybe just marking the space rather than the player, he's going to have a wonderful time with that if you are good at attacking. So if we go into some gameplay, one thing that's really good with these icon SBCs is they've given all the loans away. Friendlies is going to be an absolute doddle with anyone that doesn't have a max requirement. Obviously at the moment we've got Silver Lounge and the max 77, so there's a little bit of kind of wiggle room with them. But now we've got 7 icons, and 8 of you kept, I think it was Cantona, Ronaldo, or Zidane. Unfortunately, I got rid of him, but Bergkamp and Hernandez were absolutely amazing together. We see there a lovely little finesse shot inside, and he just kind of the defender stops off him, doesn't go for the tackle, makes the move, does a couple of little turns, and he's got the fake shot on him. He always got the finesse shot on him, and honestly that is just an amazing ability that he has and possesses to really kind of own that goal and really move forward with it. We see again, we're looking over here, little pass, Bergkamp's always there. He is constantly on form to get in front of that goal and really kind of put it past him. And I think Hernandez was exactly the same. Both of them linked up very well together. Hernandez is going to be the next review, and then obviously we'll do Varane after that. I think they're good SBCs so far. Would I say Hernandez would be worth it? Probably not. I feel like that's going to be a lot of coins. I think Bergkamp for me is definitely the standout choice out of this three if you're going to finish any. Personally, I might try and do it depending on any of the upgrade packs that we get. I feel like we've got quite a few in the code today, so definitely stay tuned for all of that over tomorrow and over Saturday, Sunday as we get into Black Friday. But Bergkamp's been a nice addition. We see him doing a little bit of skills. Obviously, in real life, he was absolutely phenomenal at pretty much anything involving the ball going to his feet, the spin, obviously the famous goal, the spin, I think it was against Newcastle, just incredible work right there, and it translates to FIFA quite well. I personally didn't think he'd be as good as he was. I remember his prime moment being absolutely cracked last year, but I wasn't a massive fan of base, mid or prime. So if we do go into the overall then, obviously we've looked at Dutch icons, there's quite a few out there that you could really go with. If we do go into the kind of Dutch nation, Cruyff, Hullet, even Van Basten, I've not really used him to be honest, so I'm not too sure about him. Nistelrooy, obviously Bergkamp's prime, Seedorf, Kluivert's one I actually forgot about as well. Overmars, Rijkaard, you've got so many Dutch icons, it's unreal. Van der Sar, stay away from honestly. And then other than kind of like the icons, you got Virgil, Depay, Wijnaldum, De Ligt, De Jong, plenty of players that is gonna kind of like go up in the future. We've seen a very nice Promes, potentially could keep going up, always be a nice little addition to the Dutch squad, and you could make a fantastic Dutch squad with all of these players. You've obviously got like a Van der Beek potential in form with the one to watch, then we've got Bergwijn. There is loads of players you can go for, and as well 2 rule breakers on the left back and right back is never a bad thing. But if we do find where, I don't even know where Bergkamp's gone, we will have a look on the other page, but in general I think he's got plenty of links in terms of good links around him that you can really make strong, perfect, all of that good stuff in terms of icons. Generations is exactly the same. I always have to keep remembering that. But in terms of the SBC then, let's go and have a quick look. Just see what you've got to give up. He is currently coming in at 817 and 697, so practically the price is on the screen that you can see, and we've got to give up bronze and silver, pretty standard. Then we've got to give up an 82 rated squad with a 71. Personally, that pack is going to be, the packs are not worth it to be honest really, but an 82 1 in form, pretty standard. And then an 84 1 in form, 1 Arsenal. Again, you're looking at just shy of 100k. 85 1 Netherlands, no in form, absolutely fine. 86 1 in form, or no, 1 Prem in fact. We've then got 1 in form 86 Serie A and 187. That really isn't that bad to be honest. If you think about grinding any SBCs, we've got the 81 double plus. We could be getting the 81 to 87. That would be a cracking one for this. And then we are possibly getting loads of kind of not necessarily repeatable, but maybe one-off SBCs that are going to be coming over Black Friday. The 83 double plus. There's been like 7 81 plus rare player packs. They're all going to be random SBCs as we go through Black Friday, and that could be the perfect opening to really try and start finishing these. We have got 30 days to complete it, so we have got pretty much 4 weekend league rewards, rival rewards, squad battles, pre-order packs, daily SBCs. There's plenty that you can go and finish it. And if you wanted to look at an 87 and really what you've actually got to give up, it really isn't that bad. If you look at going with someone of a higher rated, 43k for each of them, then we look at 84s, 85s, you're cutting out the middleman. You're stopping getting 10, 11, 86s, 87s, and you're picking up 2 89s and being able to put an 83 in there. You obviously want to look at these sort of links. You've got Tadic, Tagliafico, Onana, I think what is his name? Blint. I think he's 82 or 83, so maybe kind of a little bit under. But you've got a lot of nice links. Only 50 chem needed, and that's always a nice one because you can put a lot of goalkeepers, out of position players in, and really kind of go for that kind of off chem but strong linked. So overall, I don't think it's a bad idea to go and finish this card. I think he's relatively good, and if you are thinking maybe do I want him, go do their loan. Their loan is absolutely nothing. It's so easy to complete, and you can definitely kind of get a feel for the card in 5 matches. And if not, even if you just want him as friendlies, I'd always say go do the loans because you've got them forever then. Then if you get a prime version, a prime moment, you can either compare them or you can obviously just change them and just get rid of the other loan. It's very, very simple. And I think in terms of price, it's not too far off the market value, but you need them coins to be able to go pick him up. I personally don't think it's worth buying an icon icon. If you can craft it, absolutely crazy. So if we do get the grinded repeatable SBCs, I'll definitely be trying to get a Bergkamp in my team. And overall, I was really happy with him. I've given him a 9.5. I feel like there's certain aspects that I'd prefer, but for what you're getting right now at this point in the game, I'm very, very happy with what he can do. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. Let me know down below what you think. Personally, an engine or a catalyst is the two chemistry styles before I leave. See you for the next one. Peace.